There's only 1 month left until Frocktails, and I didn't intend to be keeping secrets, but I haven't actually shared any of the progress on this one with you yet, so that ends today. This project started over a year ago as a surprise forensic sewing deep dive, and I am so excited to share the details of that with you later, but for now, the high-level background is that this year's Frocktails dress is inspired by the work of Madeleine Vionnet, who was a hugely influential designer in the 1930s for her work on bias-cut garments. I started working on some potential embroidered samples for this project over a year ago without a real plan, and eventually I decided on a dress that she designed in 1936, but with a couple of tweaks, including a different embroidery design, which is based on a sample I saw when I was visiting the National Gallery of Victoria. After a lot of trial and error, I worked out the dress pattern, which is so clever in its shaping. It's entirely made out of squares and half-square triangles. I used the muslin I made to plan the embroidery placement and then mocked up the entire design in Illustrator so that I could use my projector to transfer the design directly to my fabric. Working with chiffon has added a lot of layers of complexity, one of which is that the design transfer had to happen before I mounted the fabric on my slate frame. I'm using size 15 seed beads as well. They're way smaller than the size 11 beads that I usually work with. And also, this is the largest surface area of tambour embroidery I've ever done, so, no pressure. Just this past weekend, I completed the first frame, which will become the bodice of the dress, and I really can't express how thrilled I am with the way it's looking so far. Just look at the way that fabric drapes on the bias. I only have a month to finish her before Frocktails, and this is the current status of the skirt embroidery. A long way to go for sure. Plus, that whole part where we switch from embroidery to sewing to turn all my pieces into an actual dress. So, now that the cat's out of the proverbial bag, I hope you'll follow along as this wild thing comes together.